Morning you guys, it's Karen and I've got a review of some Facetheory products that I've bought. I've got 4 skincare items here. It's a skincare brand, and I'm also going to talk about 4 items that I might buy in the future. There's a ton of products by Facetheory and I bought these from their website, so I'm not going to go through every single one. The first one I bought, the first thing, is the CeraC Pore Reducing Toner, and it looks like this, and it was £14.99. So, you know, it's a kind of average price. It's not an inexpensive brand, but it's not a high-end brand. It's somewhere in the middle. You can see I've used it quite a lot. This is, let me see what they're saying about things and tell you. So it says it's a lightweight toner formulated to refine and reduce enlarged pores. 5% niacinamide and ceramides work to reduce skin oxidation, restore elasticity, make skin less oily, and minimize pore size. So as always with skincare, I'm giving you a first impressions review, telling you what it feels like on the skin, how much it costs, what the ingredients are. So it's always a first impressions review. Sometimes people say, oh, I wish you would use the skincare a bit longer. But that's why I tend to do a first impressions review and then an empties. You know, using it for a few weeks, I really wouldn't be able to tell, even if I used all of these 4 items, which one was making my skin look better, etc, etc. So I hope that makes sense. So I have been using this for about a week, and it doesn't look thick in the container, but it actually is quite a thick toner. When you put it onto a cotton wool pad, I feel like I'm dragging it a bit over my skin. So I don't love the feel of this. I bought it, to be honest, I bought it because there was another toner I wanted that I'm going to tell you about, but it was, I don't know whether it was out of stock or being reformulated. This one has just been reformulated. Is that right? Yes. But I like niacin, I like that as an ingredient and wanted that in my skincare routine. I haven't been using the QRX niacin and retinol because my skin's reacted badly to it, and so I thought this would be a good way to put the niacin into my routine, and it is definitely something I'm going to use up, but like I said, I don't love the feeling of it on my skin. I'd prefer to put a serum on. However, using this doesn't cause pilling the way that a niacin serum does. However, a couple of other products have caused pilling. So this is niacin. It says on here niacinamide, ceramide complex, vitamin C and aloe vera. Niacinamide is 5%, but then the vitamin C is sodium ascorbyl phosphate, so it is a vitamin C derivative, so it's not a very strong vitamin C. It's also got lactic acid in it, and it's got B5 in it. The ceramides that they talk about are very, very low. It's number 20, and I don't know, this doesn't feel like, it's a very benign type of toner, you know, it doesn't feel stingy, it doesn't feel harsh at all, but it wouldn't necessarily say it feels moisturizing or anything like that. It doesn't really feel like a toner. It feels more like an essence, if you've ever tried an essence, you know, like the vitamin E essence from Body Shop. So I think that this is just okay, but I will use it up because I love the niacinamide side to it. Next, I bought the Regenacalm Serum Pro. So there's 2 versions of this. You can get the Regenacalm Serum and the Regenacalm Serum Pro. So the Pro is that tiny little yellow thing there. This was £22.99. Let me see how much the other one is. The other one is £18.99. So the reason that this one is more expensive is because this one is 3% encapsulated retinol. The one that isn't a pro version is actually retinol palmitate. So I obviously wouldn't buy that one. I would always go with this one. So this says it's 3% encapsulated retinoid serum, treats fine lines and wrinkles, blemishes, scars and pigmentation. 3% retinoid to regenerate and repair. The retinol is encapsulated in liposomes, which are identical to human cell membranes. Using a liposome as a vehicle protects the retinol and allows deeper penetration with reduced sensitivity. There's some other things in here like dill extract, vitamin C, but again it's the derivative, and what else? Vitamin C, I think there's dill extract in this, vitamin E, and dill extract, yes. So it's a really nice concoction of ingredients, I have to say, and I was curious to see how 3% encapsulated retinol would do on my skin, because as I keep saying, I've definitely got some quite severe reactions to retinol. It's really strange, but my skin reacts worse to retinol than it does to tretinoin, which is actually a stronger type of retinoid. So what can I tell you about this? £22.99. It smells like smoky bacon, which isn't very nice. Yeah, it's definitely, maybe not smoky bacon, but smoky food. You know, it's got that sort of maybe smoked fish, or it's just got that real smoky smell. I meant to ask my husband to see what he smelt, because, you know, different people smell different things, but it's a definite smoky aroma that I'm not sure I'm going to love as I go on. You know, as I go on using it, I might end up going, no, it's too much for me, I just can't use it anymore, because yeah, I'm sort of tolerating it at the moment. But my major problem with this is it balls up on my skin. Interestingly, it doesn't ball up under every product that I use. Mostly it balls up under the night cream from Facetheory. So it's a bit peculiar in that way, because I have tried using this with, what was the other night cream I used? The Primark Moisture, Everyday Moisture, the Rich Moisture one in a tube, and it was absolutely fine underneath that. There was a tiny bit of pilling, but not much. And normally pilling happens for me with a niacin product or a sodium hyaluronate product. And this does have some sodium hyaluronate in it, but it's very low on the list. It doesn't have any niacin in it. So I don't know why this balls up, but it's such a shame, because it would be a really nice product to put underneath their night cream. But for me, it literally took everything off, and I had to go through the whole skincare routine again. It was just, my skin was flaking off, coming off in little balls, and again my husband was like, that, what are you doing? You know, it just looks terrible. And of course, because I had a fake tan on as well, it was making everything patchy. It just wasn't a good situation at all. That aside, it feels really lovely going on. It feels very, very silky. I mean, you'll have seen me putting it on, hopefully. But it's a lovely, milky, creamy fluid. Feels really, really nice. It's just unfortunate for me that it peels, because what it means is I will use it up, definitely, but I'll have to try and remember to not use it when I'm using their night cream, and it might react the same with other things, so I'll need to use it with the Primark one, because I know it, you know, it's not too bad with that. I've not really been using this long enough to tell whether or not my skin is going to react badly to it, because I was just finishing up testing how the Beauty Pie retinol was working on my skin, and my skin is starting to get a bit dry, but I've not had any hives or anything like that. So dryness, you know, is kind of to be expected, but I will be interested to see if it reacts with dryness or hives or anything with this. But so far it's fine, and I've been using it, I'd say I've used it about 3 or 4 times, so not much at all. I need to use it much more. So it's definitely a concoction that I would recommend, but I would just be wary if, like me, you have a retinol sensitivity, because it is 3%, albeit encapsulated. Next, I bought the Regena C20 serum, which is a stabilised vitamin C, 20% vitamin C, but it's a sodium ascorbyl phosphate. So this is not ascorbic acid, this is a vitamin C derivative. This was £18.99. I've just noticed that it's got $37.99 crossed out, and then this was $18.99. So I don't know whether this is, it's obviously not just a flash sale, because I bought these a couple of weeks ago and it was £18.99 then. So I don't know whether they just have reduced their prices for some reason, but it might be worth getting on there pretty quickly until they up them again, you know, in case they up them again, sorry. This C has a scent to it that is very similar to the retinol serum in that it's smoky, but it's not anywhere near as strong as the retinol. I'm not sure what, I'll have to have a look up what ingredient causes that. I've got a sort of chart which tells you the scent of different ingredients. But it's definitely much lighter. It's not, I almost don't notice it putting it on. I can open it, put it in my hand and go, oh, there's that little bit of a smoky scent, but when I put it on my face I don't notice it as much, whereas I do with the retinol serum, so that may put you off. I personally am happy to use vitamin C derivatives, but it's that tricky situation where I don't 100% believe even in ascorbic acid, because there's still not enough evidence to show that it does anything. But if if there is evidence and if it is a good thing to use on your skin, vitamin C, then you are best to use ascorbic acid because, you know, derivative has then got to convert. And so it will just be less effective than using a bona fide vitamin C, if you like. However, it's a nice serum. Again, like the retinol one, it's very silky. It feels very lovely and silky and smooth going on. If I used this at night, I did try this at night. I didn't use that one night. I used this instead underneath this, and these two together also ball up. But this doesn't ball up using it in the morning. So I've used this morning underneath. I used the Andalou SPF 30 on top of this, and I also used something else underneath. I can't quite remember. But this one doesn't ball up on its own. Neither does the night cream, so it's just if I use these two together for some reason, and not quite as much as the retinol serum. But I mean, I'm up to there already, so I do really like the feeling of this. What else has it got in it? What else can I tell you? It's got aloe vera in it, sodium ascorbyl phosphate, squalane, which is something that I don't like on its own, but I like it in products, so it's definitely very moisturising, and provitamin B5. This can feel a little bit sticky when you put it on, but you know, as soon as I put my day SPF on, that seems to take it away, and it's absolutely fine under makeup. So if you're looking for a kind of concoction serum that's mostly a vitamin C derivative, this would be a great one. And the good thing about vitamin C derivatives is you never have to worry about what to mix them with. You know, don't use it with this and don't use it with that. You can just use it whenever you please. So that's another one that I would definitely recommend. The final product I got was the Relaxing Night Cream, and this was £10.99, should have been £12.99, so not as much of a discount on that one. The interesting thing about this, and there's something else where I could have got mandarin scented. This gives you a choice of either unscented or lavender scented. And so obviously I chose the unscented because lavender, they will probably use a lavender essential oil, which isn't very good for your skin. But if you specifically want a scent in your product, on the ingredients it is pretty low down, so it's only very, very lightly scented. So it's really nice that they give you that option. I think that's really neat. I've never seen anybody else do that. And £10.99 for a night cream, a nice packaging like this in the tube, I think is great. So this says that it has hyaluronic acid to help your skin retain moisture, antioxidants, vitamin C and vitamin E, a powerful combination of anti-aging ingredients that will fight blemishes, fine lines and wrinkles. Ferulic acid in it as well, which is a plant-based antioxidant, and helps to enhance the stability of vitamin E. And it's also talking about using shea butter, which is a soothing formula, and they also add glycerin. So it's telling you that this is, it's telling you about the fact that this is hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, vitamin C and argan oil as well, is another thing they talk about in this. This is a really basic moisturiser for the most part, because all of those ingredients that they talk about are 10 and below. So the hyaluronic acid is number 10, vitamin E is number 13, vitamin C is number 14, argan oil is 15. The top ingredients in this are olive oil, sunflower oil, shea butter and glycerin. And so those are really good but really basic ingredients. You know, they're store cupboard ingredients. And so the things that they're advertising about this are actually lower than the olive oil and the sunflower oil. It's worth knowing, I think. So I think £10.99 is a good price for this. Actually £12.99 is not too bad either, but if it was, you know, up in the 20s and 30s, I'd say possibly not. Maybe the hyaluronic acid that is making this pill. And like I said, this balls up with a lot of serums, and not just those two serums from Facetheory, but they are the worst culprits. If I use either the C or the retinol with this night cream, it's just an absolute nightmare. But I have tried the Beauty Pie retinol underneath this and it's absolutely fine, no issues at all. So for some reason, it's just the combination of their products for me that makes it ball up on the skin. This feels really nice. Feels very nourishing. It feels quite lightweight. It absorbs quite quickly. It's not one that leaves your skin feeling tacky at all. It's a lovely, lovely night cream. I have to say, I think this is probably my favourite thing out of these three, is this night cream, and one that I would consider repurchasing. But there are another few things that I'm going to buy, like I said. So, and I've got quite a few different products that will need to be used up, but this is definitely something I can see me using in the future. I just need to be careful what I used it with, but I don't think I would repurchase these two serums. So that's everything that I bought from the brand. I should have told you the brand is vegan and cruelty free. No problem with delivery. I think I got it in a couple of days, nicely packaged, etc. But like I said, there are a couple of other products that I want to buy. So I'll tell you about those because I will buy them at some point. Nice website as well. The first product I'd like to try is in a very similar package to this, and it is the Regenerating Moisturiser M4 Pro. Like with the serum, you can buy the M4, which has retinol palmitate in it, and the M4 Pro, which has 3% encapsulated retinol in it. So it's the one with retinol that I would like to try. I'd be interested to see how that works for me, but I'm going to wait and see how my skin reacts to the 3% encapsulated in the serum before going for that. There's another toner that I'd like to try that's in the same bottle as this, but it's called Colloidal C Anti-Redness Toner. And so that has a form of colloidal oatmeal in it, which I know is very good for, you know, angry, irritated skin. And I think those are good things to use when you're using any kind of retinol, etc. So I'd like to try that one. Actually, the reason I didn't order that was because it wasn't going to be dispatched until the 28th of October, and so I wanted to review something, so I tried this toner, so I will try that one. There is an oil, I haven't tried any of their oils, but it's called Tamino oil, which also has vitamin E in it, so I'd be interested in trying that one. That's £12.99 for 100ml. There's a Retin C scar treatment oil that I'm curious about. I'm not sure if I'm going to order this yet because it does have retinol palmitate in it, but I'm only really avoiding retinol palmitate in any day products, so using it when I'm going to be out in UV light. But I like that this has ethyl ascorbic acid in it, so it has stabilized vitamin C, a really good form of vitamin C, in with the retinol palmitate, which is a derivative, and I need to look into retinol palmitate actually, but that sounds like a really interesting oil. And there's two other serums I'd like to try. One is called Lipade Q10 Oil Booster Serum. Has in it marula, rosehip, what is that one? Echium, I don't know what that is. Ceramides and coenzyme Q10. I'm not really bothered about the Q10 part of it, but that's a nice mixture of oils and ceramides, so I'd be interested in trying that one. The final product I'd like to try is the Pore Bright N10 Serum, which is 10% niacinamide and azelaic acid. I think I'll really like that because I like azelaic acid as an ingredient theoretically, but I also enjoyed the azelaic acid from The Ordinary, so it will be interesting to see how azelaic acid and niacinamide work together, and whether that being a 10% niacinamide, whether or not it pills on my skin, because that's the problem I've had with niacinamides, they just all pill. So yeah, I don't know when I will order these things. I'm kind of tempted to do it just now, to be honest, so let me know if you would like a second haul and review if I buy those other products, and then I can maybe do an empties for all of them. But it's quite good that I use too much product in my skincare, because otherwise it would take me forever to use things up and report back to you, but because I'm quite generous with things, my empties come around quite quickly. Thank you, by the way, for all your feedback. Everybody gave a comment about, you know, I said skincare or makeup, which would be your favourite, and it is almost a landslide for skincare. I would say it's 95% on the poll, 95% skincare, 5% makeup, and the same within the comments. They were mostly skincare, with I think maybe 2 or 3 I saw said makeup, and a lot of people said both. And I'm not going to stop doing makeup reviews or, you know, showing you makeup, etc. It's just, like I said, about priorities, to know, should I spend my time researching this ingredient and getting that video up, or would it be better to do the number 7 foundation review? But it seems to be that your thirst for knowledge is number 1, and most people want to know about skincare ingredients. However, I made a bit of a boob because I put a post on the community tab on YouTube and also on Facebook asking you what is the ingredient you would like to see next, and I put a little picture saying sunscreens, oils, what else, acids, you know, and everybody's replied saying sunscreens, oils, acids, but I was trying to say, you know, is there a sunscreen ingredient, is there a particular oil, is there a particular acid, but that's totally my fault for miscommunicating. So if you've got a particular ingredient you would like me to do an ingredient spotlight video on, let me know, and I will keep that as a list. I think I'll probably do either zinc oxide or titanium dioxide next, because there does seem to be a lot of interest in sunscreens, and that's kind of the number one ingredient, or the number two of the major ingredients, especially in mineral sunscreens. Let me know what your favourite items are from Facetheory. Have you got a favourite? And have you tried any of those that I'm going to order? That would be really interesting, because maybe you're like, no, stay away from it. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll tell you what I've got on my face. I've got on the number 7 foundation drops. I have to say, I don't know whether I'll notice it watching this back, but I feel like it looks a little bit cakey in person, and that's probably my fault because I use them neat. I don't mix them in with anything. I feel like it takes away from the full coverage. But so I might try doing that. I might try putting in 1 drop of the photography fluid, you know, it's sort of like a highlighting cream. I might try and do that and see what happens. On my eyes is the Visor Petit Pro palette number 2. On my lips is Too Faced liquid lipstick in Queen Bee. This is NARS blush in Sin. Anything else? Earrings, I can't remember. Topshop, I think. River Island, and this top is from Jigsaw. That's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.